Hey guys, what's going on? Got another review today. We got the Cold Steel AK-47. This particular one, which is basically an axis lock version, is discontinued. Can't get them anymore. Looks like some people are sad about it. I'm sure most of the knife is pretty similar to the same as far as review purposes go. But this thing's a big beast. I think overall length of this is 9 inches long. I mean, even grabbing a full grip on this knife, there's still plenty of knife to go around. Uh, this thing is what I would consider probably like a duty knife or something that you want to beat on. I don't think I'd EDC this. I don't think I'd be carrying this around all the time. Maybe carrying it to work, depending on what you do. You need a knife to beat on. As you can tell with most of the knives that I've gotten from this particular friend of mine, he's not afraid to use this stuff and do what he needs to do with it. So that's always nice, because when I get a knife, if it's still in one piece after letting him borrow it or borrowing one of his knives, I know it must be pretty good if it's survived what he's put it through. But yeah, we'll get a quick comparison with some of the other big knives I have, which really don't compare too much to that. Got a PM2 there, and then the Hogue EOX1, and you can see just how giant this thing is. I mean, the blade itself really isn't that long. It's only 3.5 inches. We can get a quick measurement on it here. So yeah, 3.5-inch blade, 9-inch overall, maybe just a touch over that. And you know, they talk about on their website that this thing is built to be robust, and they used a lot of good materials. I believe that the ones that they're currently still producing this are actually S35 VN. This is AUS 8, which really isn't that great of a steel, but what are you gonna do? I think a lot of the cold steel knives are maybe not necessarily made with the most premium blade steels, but the one thing that everybody says about cold steel is that they're super tough and super durable. So I think you have to go into it knowing that. The action on this thing is actually very smooth with this axis lock. I mean, it's probably similar to pretty much anything else that you'd mess with, whether it be a Benchmade or other systems that use that. Pretty good. G10 handles. Nothing too crazy here. The pocket clip's good. I don't have any problems with it. I think a lot of this knife sticks out of the pocket just with how tall it is, but I think if you're carrying this, you're not really maybe so worried about that. Just because I don't think you're EDCing this. This little back piece on here, this is all 661 aluminum. It's pretty beefy. 2 lanyard hole options, obviously. And this thing's crazy. I kind of want to get a big knife like this just to have for work, or if I want to go in the woods or whatnot. Kind of have a folding knife that you feel like you can really beat on. This thing is rock solid. I honestly think you probably baton this knife and do some pretty crazy things with this and not have any problems. I saw one guy on Reddit say that with this axis lock, he lifted up like 180-pound weight or something with the blade end of the knife. So I know the triad lock, you know, carries a ton of weight also. So I'm sure if Cold Steel's putting their name on it, this thing's got to be pretty robust. But yeah, I think if you want a knife that looks a lot different than what you're used to, I think the aesthetic of this thing is definitely probably the main selling point. I think the ergonomics are pretty good. If you want to choke up on the blade, you kind of have a little bit of an area here to do it. And if you kind of just want to grab it normally, you can do it as well. Reverse grip on this thing feels pretty good. It's definitely a specific looking knife and a specific feeling knife, especially with all these edges and everything that it has on it. So I think going into it, you kind of just have to look at it and make sure you think you want it. I think it feels plenty comfortable in the hand, but it's definitely pretty big and beasty. So you just gotta keep that in mind. I think currently for the S35 VN model, it's like 189 MSRP, which I've noticed in my experience that most cold steel knives seem to be kind of marked up on their website. You can usually get them on Knife Center, Blade HQ, Amazon for probably like 30 or 40 bucks cheaper than what you can get them on the Cold Steel website. So I'd probably go there, try and find yourself a deal. But this thing's definitely a beater knife at this point, but it still feels pretty smooth, and I can't complain. I think this would be a good option for you guys if you guys are looking for something like that. So appreciate everybody's support. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.